Happy Sunday, collectives. Yes, it's your girl Aura, your favorite reader here on the TikTok platform, and I am back with another message for the collectives. Let's jump right in, shall we? So, guys, I heard a very specific message this morning, a download from Spirit that said that the slaves were being freed. Now, instantly, this brought about the question like, what are we talking about here? So I sat down this morning and did a little more research on this topic by pulling on the energy to see who this message might resonate with. Guys, if you are familiar with terms like chosen, light workers, different collectives and groups, let's just put it that way, who are present on Gaia at this time. There's something here in the energy about these groups being able to fully access, fully tap in, fully utilize their gifts and abilities in the ways that they were meant to be able to utilize these gifts and abilities. There was also something here as I pulled on the energy today about blockages being removed. And this is more so referencing like programming, maybe core beliefs, experiences that processed a certain way that keep one limited or stuck such that they are not able to fully access all of their gifts and abilities and or be open to them. Guys, I picked up in the energy like a King of Swords type energy in reverse, somebody that's very headstrong and arrogant, and how this energy was impacting some of these other groups. And there was something here about like kind of slowing things down, muddying up the waters of information, keeping the energy bogged down such that these other energies associated with the collectives were not able to have a minute to function, to feel okay for just 5 seconds so that they could focus on their spirituality, their growth, and also tap into their gifts and abilities that they actually came here with. As you guys know, for most of you, we are in a great shift right now. Like, I mean, is presently happening now. For those of you who understand what I'm talking about, there is something happening here that is going to allow chosen ones, energies that have a specific task that is pivotal to this part of the timeline. And this is going to help them to be able to be freed from extra burdens. This could be things having to do with finances, basic necessities of life, so that way they can focus on their spirituality and on these gifts, which is super important to where we are in the timeline and how this will affect many. Guys, if you haven't figured it out by now, this message is going to be niche for certain energies who resonate with these collectives or groups that have these gifts, abilities, or feel a sense of purpose, even if they're not really sure what that is. These groups are constantly dealing with conflict. As soon as they got out of conflict, then more negative, burdening things would be dropped on them immediately to keep them in a state of just feeling like overwhelmed. That's what I'm picking up here. Spirit says that there's nothing that you need to do at this time. You're actually in kind of like a resting state. So if it's been feeling kind of like bleh, kind of bland, like nothing's going on, there's a reason for that. There isn't anything you're supposed to be doing right now. You're actually being prepared for the next state. But there is like a spiritual war, something that is happening behind the clouds that you cannot see with the naked eye. This is why there's so much distraction right now. There's like layers to things. There's the things that we see with our eyes that are like really difficult or challenging to deal with in our day-to-day life. And then there's another layer that is happening that is not being exposed to the general populace. This is part of what is literally happening, confirmation, that's going to help free up some energies to be able to focus on their gifts and abilities and to be able to grow these, to utilize these in ways that will affect the future timeline. I'm talking about opportunities to engage with your creative gifts and also just like feeling better. And the fact that you're feeling better energetically, like feeling like a weight has lifted off of your shoulders, like you have extra energy and you don't know where it comes from. Your sleep improves, your health improves, your skin improves, your hair improves. Like, I'm talking about all of these areas, spiritual as well, of course. But in all of these areas, just feeling better. And by you feeling better, collective, this allows you to literally step into spaces energetically and shift the entire energy of the space. Now imagine if you have a very large group of energies and everybody is able to do that. Imagine what the effect would be on many spaces all over the planet. Guys, as I'm always stating to you, the shift is now. It's not even here, it's happening as we speak. So if you are noticing weird patterns with your sleep, okay, you're noticing that you have days where you have like bursts of energy and other days where you're like super mega tired, you are not on an island. There's a reason that you are experiencing these things at this time. Big shout out to the collectives. Guys, if you are enjoying the messages or if these messages are resonating with you, please do follow me over to my page at Ora_Gen_Lightworker for more messages and readings for the collectives and timeless messages for the collectives. Guys, happy Sunday to you, and I will be back with more messages today. I'll see you tonight around 8:30 p.m. Eastern for a live yes and no and oracle poll. Love and light to the collectives, and go G7.